Welcome to another edition of the Sports Hit List. I am your host, Carl Coulange, and today we're definitely going to talk about the NBA. But first, let me introduce my panel. We have Coach Womack is in the building. Coach Womack, thank you for being here on the show.
Thank you.
We have Kenny Irby on the show.
How you doing, sir?
Anthony Blue Suit. I don't know what to call you, Craig Sager. I don't know what's going on over here. This champion. And we have Mike Miller. Finally on the show, man.
Finally.
How many years has it been? It's been 6 years. I've been trying to get you on here. Yeah. We finally have the great Mike Miller on the show. And he's laughing.
The great Mike Miller.
The great Mike Miller. The great Mike Miller on the show. All right, so we're going to start talking about the NBA. The 2014-2015 NBA season just tipped off this past month with many compelling storylines, including contract extensions, injuries, Phil's playing in New York, and of course, LeBron returning home. So where do you begin? Where do you begin, guys? Where do we start? There's so many things going on. We know Paul George got hurt.
Before we start, I'd just like to thank Deacon Miller and Pastor Mullen for attending this service because
wait, before we even start, what's up with the
he's
suit,
too,
man? What's really going on?
Oh, come on.
Nothing much. This is truthful. I just put this out of the class.
You woke up like this.
You woke up like that. All right. So, guys, really honestly, where do we begin? Who wants to start? NBA season just tipped off. We're a week in.
Get it over. Right. LeBron went home. Okay, cool. That's it.
Okay, all right.
Yo, it hasn't been a more important person going home since E.T., man. This is crazy.
But seriously, let's really talk about it. To me, it seemed personally, I think it's kind of like he used Miami. He got what he needed in Miami. He got his 2 rings, and then he's like, you know what? Now I'm going back home. I got the championships. That legitimizes my career.
Pressure's off.
The pressure's off now. So is it fair to say, like, that's not fair what he did? Like, it's kind of like you use a girl, I'm done, then go back home.
That's
part of life, right?
It's totally different. That's totally different.
Why is it different?
If you work for Microsoft, right, and you earn them $1 billion in revenue, right?
Right.
And Apple says we're going to pay you a similar amount, but you have a better chance of rising up higher at Apple. Would you not take that job?
Of course, but would you go back to Microsoft?
No, the thing I would go back, but the way he did it, I think, was the punkish way he did it. I'm not mad at what he did because we all make business moves in our lives. We go to something that we think is going to help us and our family. But the way he did it, he made it a spectacle. He acted like he didn't have his mind made up.
Understandable, but do you go back in life to where you started? You see, like, don't you always tend to you move up? Why go back to Cleveland if you already left Cleveland? You know what I'm saying? What's the point of going back to somewhere that you were for 7 years?
I'll touch that back, but I'll let Mike can't speak yet.
Let's just get it out there right now. He's one of the worst players ever. Let's get it out there right now. First of all,
Mike, before you even start,
He was his biggest fan back in the day, man.
So let's talk about it.
Witness tattooed across.
No, I do not. He's lying, everyone. He's lying. Let's just get it out there, okay?
Didn't you name your son King James or something like that?
Stop it. Listen, we talk.
Let him talk.
The question you're asking is a bigger thing. The question you're asking is about competition. He does not want competition. He wants to make his road as easy as possible. So whether he went back to Cleveland, whether he went to Miami, the road was too hard in his first stint in Cleveland. So he went to Miami to make it easier.
Okay, you're disagreeing.
Yes,
why is that?
I do, because I don't see that, like, there's no easy or hard road. To me, you have to play the game. Like, I don't care who you put on a team. Like, you can go out and, they went out and they got Jerry West, and we had...
It's coming from the Laker fan who got Paul Gasol and made Right. his life easier Right. for Kobe. Right. Made life easier for Kobe, but he understands that.
How many championships was that super team with Jerry West and Wilt?
Okay, but this is my whole point to
play the
you.
game.
So let's ask a question. On Cleveland, where everybody said he had no one, right?
Right.
So he leaves Cleveland, goes to 2 All-Stars. That doesn't make a better team. It's the exact same team.
But do you not?
So then you're admitting that it's easier now, correct?
No, I'm admitting he has a chance to compete now.
No, you just
But
said
he
it's a
had a
better
chance to
team.
compete in Cleveland.
No, he did not.
He took him to the finals. He took him to the
He
finals.
took them to the finals.
He
How
did.
How do you win championships?
They went to
As
the
a
finals. There's
as
no
a
he.
team.
Okay,
There's
all right,
no
as a
he.
team.
They
But he had
went
a
to the
chance.
finals.
As
a
a
team,
they won 66 games.
So he scored
Okay.
every point, got every rebound, blocked every shot.
Of course not.
So then it's a team that won 66 games.
They did. So then
And
what's
it
the
was
point of
same
leaving?
team
That
because
what?
it was the same team.
No,
that kept
because it
coming up
was
short.
easier
Right.
to go somewhere else.
Okay. Let me get to the other
hold
side
on.
of the room. Let me get Kenny. I didn't get Kenny's input on this yet.
I don't even know where to start with this. LeBron's not a terrible player. I think it was family decisions. I think his wife wanted to go back home. I think a lot of things factored in. He wasn't happy carrying all the weight in Miami because I think he did go because it was easier. And then it became even harder than when it was in Cleveland. So he's like, I got to get out of here. And then he went back to Cleveland. So in a sense, Mike is right in the sense that it got too hard for him in Miami because he's shouldering all the weight. And he had to go back.
Because
How
Dwayne
wasn't
Wade
it?
didn't
What I
play
just
half the
said.
games, guy.
That-
Dwayne Wade didn't play the games last
Yeah,
season.
he was
a
didn't play at
part-time
all.
player.
Okay,
He was a
but-
part-time player. The
but
guy was
why-
playing one
okay.
home, and he doesn't play. He was
But
playing half
why
time.
say like, oh, it was hard for him? It wasn't hard for him. That's the growing pains of a season. You have players that get
Okay,
injured.
so that's
You have
understandable.
this-
So then why not stay in Miami? Why not stay in
After
Miami?
his contract was up, he went to the best situation.
Are we just gonna put it to that? We're just gonna
It's
break it
simple.
down. It's
Yes,
just that simple,
it's
right?
just that
Hold on.
simple.
Okay, okay.
I got a question. I got one question.
One second.
You have the
Jamal,
right to go
Womack,
to
Womack.
I got one question. Is this a rule only for franchise and star players, or are we holding this rule true to all players in the NBA? That's my one question. No, I just want to know: is this just for superstars, or is it for everyone in the NBA?
It's for everybody. My principle is based off of competition.
So if that's the case, why wasn't this debate brought up when Dennis Rodman chose the Bulls when they were on that super team when he won 72 games with Michael
Very
Jordan?
good point.
Hold on. He was with the Pistons his whole career. He
And then
was
he went
a
to
ride or
Spurs.
die.
Went to
Then he
Spurs.
went to the Spurs because they had an opportunity
Right.
to win. Then Phil Jackson said, hey, this is an opportunity for you to win a championship on a super team. He chose the Bulls, and no one ever said Dennis Rodman was a punk. They said he brought heart to the Bulls.
That's
Now,
also
can we-
too. But that's also too. Not to cut you off.
Yeah.
But he was later in his career. He wasn't. It wasn't at the.
So then,
you
you see what's happening? We're making up all these rules for kids not to drink soda at night when you're home. No, what's the rules? What's the rules?
It's very
like
simple.
that was another rule he was late on his career.
The rules are the same. It's going to be the same. We could bring it up with Dennis Rodman. We're not talking about Dennis Rodman. When Dennis Rodman did that, you were how old? 8?
No, but
We're
I
not
know
talking
basketball,
about
but I
Dennis
know
Rodman.
I was
We're
not
talking
8.
about-
I was
we're talking
not
about
8.
LeBron right now.
I was
We're not
actually
talking
11.
about
I was
Dennis
actually
Rodman.
11.
We're not
I was
talking
actually
about
11.
Dennis Rodman. We're talking about LeBron. And as a competitor, as everybody, the best player in the league, you're not supposed to go join up with other people to win a championship.
How else
Earn
do
your
you win a
chip.
championship?
What do you mean, how
They
else?
come to
Spurs
you.
did-
Tell me somebody else that did it.
They come to you.
They come to
His
you.
I
Yeah.
agree with his
Wait,
point.
wait, wait,
one second,
You
one
the
second.
super,
Go ahead.
you the
Go
superstar
ahead.
player. You bring the players to you, and they come. Shaq went to go
true.
play with him.
It's not true.
So tell
That's
me
not
somebody
true.
else that did what
That's
LeBron
not
did in
true.
their
Didn't
prime.
Kobe- But let me ask you a question though. Didn't Kobe
Who
stay in
came to
LA?
play with- Who came to play with Kevin Garnett in Minnesota?
He had
came to
Sam
play with
Cassell
him?
came to play with him. He had
Who
Latrell
came to
Sprewell.
play
Latrell
with him?
Sprewell.
They made it to the conference championship that
this
year.
question again. Who came to play with Kevin
Yeah, y'all
Garnett?
naming some role players now.
They went to the conference championship and they lost. They did.
Okay,
They did.
but we're talking about
It was only- They
LeBron.
played together only 1 year.
LeBron went to one definite Hall of Famer, and 2 Hall of Famers.
2 prime players.
Prime players,
All-stars.
prime All-Stars going to the Hall of Fame.
They're not. That's the
Yeah,
big
so that's different. I'm saying that's different than when people went to Kevin Garnett.
And all I'm
That's
saying
what
is, my point is, give me another example. Tell me somebody else that was the best player, arguably the best player in the league, in their prime, left their team to go join 2 other All-Stars and 1 proven Finals MVP.
So because
Tell me
it's
somebody
never
else.
been
Charles
done,
Barkley.
It's not
right.
about
Charles Barkley didn't
Are
win
you a
anything.
competitor?
No, I'm
I
asking
thought you
you
said, but then he go to win.
He went to win.
He left the 76ers
Yeah.
to go play in Phoenix,
teams.
Right.
and then went to the NBA Finals.
Right, but he got traded too. It wasn't.
He asked to be
He
traded.
has to be traded.
What are you talking about? He forced the trade.
It
He
has,
went through free agency
I
and
maintain.
he got
We could
traded.
go.
No, Mike,
we
we're
could
going, but we're
throughout
going
the
off
league.
topic.
It has never
We're
been
going off
done.
topic because the question you asked,
Yeah.
Carl, was not was he wrong for going to Miami. The question was asked, was he
Was
wrong for returning?
to Cleveland?
My answer
Okay.
is
That was the
who
question.
cares?
No.
That was the question.
All right.